If you eat too many calories, you will get fatter. That's the facts. There's no disputing it. Hey there, Coach Devin here. We have all heard fitness, weight loss myths. They're out there all the time. I mean, they're constant. I hear them all the time. And right now I'm going to talk about the top 3 fitness, weight loss, and just fitness in general, myths that are not true, but a lot of people believe them. And hang around for the end, because actually I'm going to hit on my least favorite one ever that drives me the most mad. So that'll be our bonus one at the end. Before we get going, hit that like and subscribe down below, please. Share this with your friends. The reason I make these videos is I have been a trainer now for 27 years. I've owned a gym for 10 years, over 10 years now. And my goal here is to share information with people, hopefully help people to get more healthy, more fit, not make the dumb mistakes that I made when I started out, and hopefully keep you from believing myths like this that really aren't going to help you get healthy and fit. So please, like, subscribe, comment. Comments help, always help on the algorithm here on YouTube. It makes more people see it. I'm going to give honest information, help you get more fit, help other people get more fit. All right, 3 weight loss and fitness myths that a lot of people believe but just aren't true. Number 1, eating at night. A lot of people think eating at night will make you fat, or eating at night will make you gain weight. This is not true. Okay. Listen, your body doesn't know what time of day it is. It just doesn't. Your body isn't saying, oh, it's 8 o'clock at night. I have to turn things off now. I'm going to bed soon. Now, look, that's been a thought for a long time. I have clients that come to me all the time, and I mean all the time. And they say, Devin, I've cut out eating at night. It's going to go great. And I'm like, but why are you cutting out eating at night? Are you hungry at night? They're like, oh, geez, I'm going to bed. I'm starving. It's awful. I'm like, well, but you don't need to do that. You can have something to eat. It really comes down to your total calories in the day. Look, if you've eaten too many calories over the course of the day, then obviously eating more calories at night, that will make you fat. If I have 2,000 calories to burn in a day, say, we're just taking some numbers, 2,000 calories I'm allowed to burn, and I've only had 1,500, well, guess what? Come nighttime, I can have another meal. I, in fact, can eat 350 calories and still be in 150 calorie caloric negative at the end of the day. Now, if you want to figure out how many calories you're allowed to have, take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10. That's how many calories you need to be alive and function. Exercise, add whatever you burn in exercise, that's what you need to maintain where you are. If you're 200 pounds, you need 2,000 calories. If you burn another 300 calories in your workout, you can eat 2,300 calories and stay even Steven. If you want to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric negative. There's lots of videos out there that I have done. Check them out in the feed that I've done talking about this. That's just some quick information. The biggest thing to remember here is that you don't have to worry about eating at night. Eating at night doesn't matter. Your body doesn't care. It's not a big thing. Don't stress about it. If you need to eat at night and you have the calories to do it, fill your boots, enjoy. You don't have to go to bed hungry. Number 2, and this one, I hear about this one a lot. Fats are good for you. And I can eat lots of them. They're kind of like free food. We're talking fats like avocados and raw nuts, those types of fats. And people say a lot, all the time, well, Devin, well, those fats are good for me. I need those. And I say, yeah, that's true. But you have to remember, we have gone wildly in the other direction. Everything in fitness tends to be on this pendulum, right? So at a time in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, we said, oh, fat is bad for you. Well, the way that came out was, obviously, fat has more calories than proteins and carbs. So 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of protein or carbs is 4 calories. So it's more than double. So people said, oh my God, we need less fat in our diets. So we cut out a bunch of fat, they replaced it with sugars, and people got fatter. I mean, we saw it. People got way fatter. Look back in the 90s. People were not as fat as they are today. Why is that? Well, that's because we were fed a lie. And that's, I guess, a little bit, you fed a lie, and anyway, you know what I mean. People are lied to. We did not understand, or maybe the food companies did this on purpose, but at the end of the day, we were told low fat is good for you, it'll make you skinny. It will not. That's not true, it's a lie. Now, then we realized, hey, wait a second, fat's pretty good for you. You're allowed to have avocados and nuts, that stuff is good. And then suddenly it became this freewheeling, you should have it all the time. That also is untrue. And the reason that's untrue, again, comes back to those 9 calories. If you're eating too much fats, it will make you fat. If you're eating too much protein, it will make you fat. If you're eating too much carbohydrates, it will make you fat. It comes down to, just like I talked about before, the number of calories you're getting in. If you eat too many calories, you will get fatter. That's the facts. There's no disputing it. It is easier to eat too many calories with fats because they have 9 calories in every gram of fat. So you can eat less fat and gain more fat on your body than you would with protein and carbs. Does that mean that fats like avocados and nuts are bad for you? No, they're not. They're actually good for you and you should have them. Just be reasonable. Understand that you are getting them and it's okay to get them and it's good to get them, but too much of them can be very bad for you too. Listen, anything in excess is bad. We know this. You could drink too much water and die from it. That's a fact. You can look it up if you want. So, end of the day, too much fat is bad, too little fat is bad, too much sugar is bad. There's lots of things that are bad, but here's the deal. Yes, avocados, nuts, healthy fats, they're good for you, just don't overeat them. They're not a free food. Number 3, one of my least favorite myths, intermittent fasting is the only way to lose body fat. Look, the intermittent fasting people out there, they love this argument that, that's the only way to get fit. Intermittent fasting does work. How does intermittent fasting work? Intermittent fasting works because it cuts down the amount of time that you're allowed to eat. So if I intermittent fast for, 12 hours in a day, that means I only have 12 hours to eat. Now, most intermittent fasting is more like 18 hours, so it cuts down that window to like an 8-hour window that you're allowed to eat anything. Well, that means since your window is restricted, you tend to eat fewer calories, which means you lose weight. But now, the intermittent fasting people would tell you, oh, that's because of your blood sugars and because after this amount of time, this happens with fasting. I mean, you've seen it. You've seen the videos on Instagram. They do this all the time. They're always, oh, I intermittent fast and then my blood sugars do this and this happens if I'm hungry. Okay, some of those things do happen. Intermittent fasting can help you lose weight. 100%, it's not a lie, but you can do the same thing by eating over the course of the day. You don't have to starve yourself. It's not a necessity. In fact, it really doesn't do any extra good. I'm not personally a big fan of it because it makes me cranky. Get a little hangry sometimes when I'm hungry. So, end of the day, does intermittent fasting, is it the be-all and end-all to burning fat? No, it is not. It's not special. It's not a silver bullet that's going to make you healthy. It's just a thing. It's a device. Yes, it does work because it cuts down the amount of calories you're having because of the window that you're allowed to eat. That's the only reason. It's not science, magic, weirdness, all the other stuff that the intermittent fasting community would have you believe. It's not the be-all and end-all. Now, we've done the top 3 stupid, weird, and interesting weight loss and health fitness myths. Now, that was hard to say. That was tough to say. Now, let's talk about my least favorite one ever. I promised you I was going to give it, and this is it. Spot reduction. Okay, this one drives me crazy. People are like, I got to do some abs. I have to do some abs. I'm going to lose some belly fat. I'm like, why? What are you doing? Doing abs is not going to spot reduce you. In fact, you can't spot reduce anything on your body. If you want to lose fat, you got to lose fat all over. Doing a ton of abs and nothing else is not going to get you any leaner. In fact, it will get you less lean than if you do a full body workout. Why is that? Well, because you're going to burn more calories in the full body workout. You're going to work more muscles, which means more calories being burned, which means you're more in a caloric negative, which means you'll lose more weight. That's how that works. Guys, ladies, when you're out there doing a ton of abs, it is counterproductive. It's okay to do some abs. Yes, do them. Having a strong core, important, helpful, useful. You should do it. Helps to support your back, keeps you healthy, strong. Everybody likes a strong core. The best way to get a strong core, work all your muscles. Stop trying to spot reduce. Spot reduce is not a thing. It's not real. No one can do it. If I have fat on my triceps, I don't do 7 million tricep extensions. Why? Because I'm not going to burn extra fat on my triceps doing that. It just doesn't work that way. Your body doesn't do things the way you think it's doing them. You think because you do a bunch of sit-ups, your body's going to burn fat in that one area. It's not. Do a full body workout. Lift more weights. Lifting more weights will help you burn more fat because you'll gain more muscle. That's a win. You want to do that. That's helpful, useful, do it. Definitely something you should do. But saying that you can spot reduce anything is a myth. It's not real. It's never going to happen to you. So stop doing it. Stop believing it. Stop wasting your time. Do full body workouts. Lift more weights. Do some cardio. You will get more results than doing 8 million crunches, sit-ups, and leg raises. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, write them up down below. I'd love to hear from you. I love when people comment. It also helps the algorithm, gets this video out, and hopefully we can get more people fit by doing that. So please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share this on social media with your friends. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.